Starts first down and 10 at their own 10-yard line. And Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead. Randall L. scrambles, thought about the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall L. touchdown. To the end zone, that's hauled in with one hand by McCulley. Touchdown, Indiana.
Welcome to episode 217 of the Hoosier Happy Hour. It's game recap time of the UCLA win on the road. First game of the Big Ten. Hoosiers dominating the Rose Bowl. Let's go, Brandon. What's up, Brando?
Oh, man. I'm trying to think of a game that I had that much fun that wasn't a home game. That was a blast. Records continue to be shattered. This team is just hard not to fall in love with, and the noise online is loud from non-IU sources.
Yeah. Did you see Big Cat from Barstool got in on it too?
Yep.
Yeah, man. It's
he didn't. There wasn't a tweet. The road through the Big Ten goes through Bloomington.
I think was Bloomington. Yeah,
runs through Bloomington. Yeah.
Yep. I'm kind of exhausted, if that makes sense. Like I am not exhausted by like what happened and everything, but it's like the amount of people that want to talk about it and the amount of like social media stuff that's out there and like the excitement around the program and everything. I think there's a sense of relief, a sense of enthusiasm, but also a sense of like, oh my God, so much stuff going on. Like I don't even know where to turn. Like I haven't even really rewatched the game yet. I've saw like a bunch of Curtis Rourke highlights and
I didn't watch any IU today. There's a lot of it.
I kind of want to rewatch it. Kind of want to do that, but it's been a busy day. I think
soccer, pool,
yes,
Colts.
Soccer,
pool.
You've
done it all.
That was bad. But yeah, dude, let's focus on this. Let's talk about it. I'll pep myself up enough to get through at least a good half hour, 45 minutes. But final score, Indiana 42, UCLA 13, in case you were living under a rock. IU totally dominated this game from the very beginning. It was
6 points were because of penalties. It should have been 42-7. Like that's not even Homer. I mean, if the listeners have listened, do you remember the Ohio podcast when we were part of Big Banner? And we weren't the biggest fans of those guys.
Yes.
They were losing their minds with how poorly that game was officiated. Barstool's main accounts tweeted out the sack that was a penalty. Ben Stevens, I think he's I think he works for The Athletic and covers the Big Ten. I mean, 42-13 domination. And it could and should have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
We did not play our A-plus game. The penalties, the end of the second quarter touchdown. I mean,
that's just tradition.
If we played perfectly, I mean, honestly, this could have been 56-0.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of rough to say it wasn't an A-plus game. I get it with the penalties and everything else, but I mean, it was damn close.
Would you give it an A-plus? Because I give it an A-minus.
I give it an A-plus, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't blame us for a couple of those penalties, the big ones. So we were owed one on Aiden Fisher's interception. We should have had one for us on that. The sack, the 2 targeting penalties. Maybe I can give you D'Angelo Pons, but that one still I don't understand right now. I still don't understand how hitting somebody with your shoulder pad as they're going to the ground is targeting. But it is what it is. It's part of the rule. I thought that we dominated in literally every facet of the game. There was 0 turnovers. There were very little negative plays. What did they have? 4 TFLs on the day. Man, it was just outside of a couple penalties. It was about as clean and about as perfect as you're going to see from IU football.
Gave up no sacks, no turnovers. Special teams, they missed the field goal. Domination on all three sides, I think, is very accurate.
Yeah.
Radicic continuing to stack up extra points. Just so many extra points.
It's just in the last 2 games, he has 17. So he's got 21 on the year
and
one field goal. It's amazing. All right. Yeah. Let's dive into the game. I'm not a huge fan of the headlines thing anymore. I'm just going to say it. It's my setup. So
can I give one? Can I give a bad one?
Do it, please.
Ryan Reynolds isn't the only famous Canadian in LA.
Okay. It's not your best work. A lot of Canadians, a lot of famous Canadians in LA. But yeah. Oh, and they might not even know. Curtis Rourke is from Canada, if you guys didn't know that. But instead of that, let's do favorite play from the game.
Okay.
Can you do that off the top of your head?
Give me a second. How about you go first, and then I'll be able to answer it.
I'm going to go with probably one of the more obvious. No, you know what? I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go with the second touchdown, Keshawn Williams, on a 3rd and I think it was a 3rd and 6 near the goal to go line. I can't remember exactly where it was from, but that inside wide receiver screen that was set up with just an entire blocking brigade in front of him, and beautiful play call. Nothing overly flashy. He dives in, gets into the end zone before he gets his elbow on the ground. But I thought that was not only an immediate first quarter, halfway through the quarter backbreaker for UCLA, but was also perfect play call, perfect execution. Everything was flawless, just like the rest of the game. I'm going to leave some low-hanging fruit for you, but that was a play that none of us saw coming on that down and distance from right there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many in that game. I'm a little bit privy to Justice Ellison's touchdown because it won me money. But these are kids, so we won't talk about gambling too much. The Amari Farrell interception is up there. The Aiden Fisher run back from the interception was impressive. But I think if I had to go with one play, it probably was the little bubble screen, the Omar Cooper. I really think that was the backbreaker for me. That touchdown, it was 28-13. I don't want to say UCLA had momentum, but IU was a little flat. Just absolutely slamming the door shut midway through the fourth quarter with a brilliant play call.
Yeah, that back shoulder plays that we were talking about, where they got him to jump off sides and then got him back. I mean, it was awesome. That was on my top 3. The other one I thought of was the Miles Price just being probably unnecessarily ridiculous at catching the football and doing his
one-handed catch.
Where again. I think we both looked at it and we're like, he probably could have got another hand up there, but it was just so perfectly executed again. That was a good one. I mean, just anything Rourke did for the most part. 1 or 2 questionable throws I think we saw. Oh, you know what one I just thought of? Elijah Sarrett's hitch.
Yep.
And
then he ran over the dude.
And then ran over Kobe, whatever his name was. Yeah, dude.
Kanye.
Oh,
Kanye Clark. Kanye Clark, who actually had, I think, a fairly good game.
Until he got hurt, yeah.
Yeah. His poor little ankle.
He only had 1 tackle, but he did have 2 passes defended. But yeah. I mean, there's so many to pick from, man. There's so many. So if you guys are listening, and if you want to, just head over to Twitter and drop on the episode drop. Just put your favorite play in there too. So let's keep going. Let's do stocks up. If you want to do a stock down, you can. We can do 2 stocks up again, like we did last week, or we can stick to.
We just do two stocks
yeah,
up, man. I mean,
I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, let's start in order. We'll go defense or offense. Sorry, who you got?
It's Rourke. I mean, he put himself on the map for being one of the best players in the entire country. Again, the questions were, he dominated in the MAC. Will that translate to Power 4 football? Will it? I think he definitively answered that question. 300, 4 touchdowns, 75% completion percentage. Again, it's going to start getting to a point where how much more can his stock go up? But man, it just an absolute clinic he put on.
Yeah. Let me read you his stats so far this year. 74.3% completion, 755 yards through 2.5 games, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions, with a long of 71 and a quarterback rating of 191.2.
And a QBR of 89.4, which is 4th in the country. 4th best QBR in the country.
He's impressive, man, and the offense is balanced enough to where he's not going to probably lead the country in yardage or touchdown passes necessarily, but it's everything looked so like he was moving in slow motion in his own head. Like everything in front of him was moving in slow motion, but he was doing everything at like top speed, if that makes sense. Like it was perfect. Like he had the whole script already in the game. His mind exactly where everybody was going to be. It was beautiful.
How he slides in the pocket to make a window for his throw. How he steps up in the pocket to avoid pressure. How he goes through his reads. Was it like the first or second play of the game? He hit his third read. Yeah. Was it first play? I knew it was the first drive.
It might have been the third. No, the first play was to Surratt, and then
he hit cross across the middle.
It was the
but
cross.
You could tell he was working through his progressions. The maturity in his game and his in-game, in-play IQ is just ridiculous.
Yeah. I'll stick with Cross here. I'll go with him for my first stock up. We haven't really talked too much about him, but I'm pretty sure he's leading the team in yardage and receptions. But he has been impressive. Or not Cross, sorry. I was thinking of Price, who was leading the team with receptions and everything, but I get the Miles I think everybody gets all the Miles confused, but Miles Cross was very good today. They really showed that connection that they had at Ohio. 6 for 90 today with 1 touchdown. The long of 33 coming on that one-handed catch on the post that he just missed the touchdown by, just tripped up a little bit, but the guy looks great. Right. And in such a deep room, you have, Kashawn. Well, I don't want to steal somebody, but you have a couple guys that showed up in this game that a lot of people probably didn't know were on the team or haven't really made an impact throughout the first 2 weeks. And excited to see what these guys can do moving forward. But Miles Cross, I'll go with him.
Yeah. For me, again, I'm going to stay wide receiver, but someone that I already mentioned, Omar Cooper. He has just as many catches as Miles at 11, but he has 234 yards. I thought I didn't really have him as kind of the big play guy. He's averaging over 21 yards a catch right now. 2 touchdowns. Again, I mean, we're a quarter of a way through the season, right? And he's on pace for 1,000 yards. Almost 50 catches and 7 to 8 touchdowns. I mean, that's all Big Ten from Omar Cooper. We were kind of wondering who was going to be the odd man out. And I think with EJ Williams and McCulley, being a little dinged up, obviously the Miles and Sarrett have stepped up, but Omar Cooper is one who I kind of thought he might be the odd man out. And that has not been the case so far. So definitely stock up for Omar Cooper.
Yeah. How smooth does he look, right? Doesn't he just look the part too? Like nothing looks hard to him. Nothing's forced. Like he's going to be really good. And if he stays, I'm assuming he will be, unless he makes just a massive impact the rest of the season. But He should have one more year after this year, or 2 more years, maybe.
2 more years. He's a sophomore.
2 more years. So there you go. He's going to be really good. So yeah, very excited about Omar Cooper. Let's see here. Second on the offense, I'll go Kashawn Williams. I thought you were going to take him, but I'll go with him. Another guy that came out of nowhere yesterday. He's made a few catches throughout the season, but again, we haven't really played top competition until yesterday. And
he had one catch. He had one catch for one touchdown.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah. And
now he has 4 catches, 3 touchdowns.
4 catches, 3 touchdowns. Yes. He was good, man. He was, I'm trying to think of the second touchdown was another one that was kind of borderline. No, that was the one in the back of the end zone. Yeah. So he's just good. He's just a really good player too. And the depth in that wide receiver room, I'm going to hammer it home again, is insane. Like, we did all of this yesterday without, I think, what a lot of people would consider definitely our number 2 wide receiver, or 2A or 2B wide receiver. But without McCulley, who we thought we were going to see a lot of, saw none of it, and still totally dominated a Big Ten team on the road. Fun fact before I forget about this, and I don't know, hopefully I don't steal any randos or anything. Largest road victory in conference for IU since 2001.
Yep.
So that was a big one. And we felt, I think, a little nervous. I think we were up 3 scores, and we were kind of like, I don't know, losing our minds over some penalties. And I remember Seth texting back to be like, calm down, you're up 3 scores. And I think at that point it kind of hit.
But I think that translates from the coach, right? Like, I mean, you said it. Like, we were happy, clappy with Tom Allen, right? You sort of adopt the mantra of your coach, right? To steal one from my coach, the standard's the standard. And we know it bothers him. You and I nailed Coach Signetti's halftime. And probably we weren't alone. I'm sure any IU football fan knew exactly what was going to come out of his mouth. So we look at that, just because he does. So I think Seth was just a little bitter. He had a rough Saturday. He had a
rough day yesterday. Yeah, man, just an unbelievable game, and we're going to continue to talk about it. But let's do our stocks up on defense.
Yeah, you can go first. Go ahead, take it.
Okay, I'm gonna take my boy. I'm gonna get Amari Farrell. Huge game for him. I mean, the interception, 6 tackles, a sack. The dude's making plays. I've been talking about him now it's been 2 years. That he's been on the team. So I've been talking about him since then, but he is making the impact I've been telling you guys was going to happen. And I think he's only going to get better. I mean, he's still growing into that position, growing into the defense. He's going to continue to make these plays as the season goes on. And he's a really fun, exciting player.
Yeah. I'm going to take 2, and then I'll let you give a last one. I'm taking the middle linebackers. Aiden Fisher was Aiden Fisher. Again, I don't. We got to stop being surprised about just how much of a leader he is, how much of a stable force he must be in the huddle, and just how overly talented he is. He's incredible. But I thought Jalen Walker really stood up. I thought he was flying. I thought he was reading in coverage really well. I thought he was. You wondered if they'd run a spy. I think he was doing most of the spying. But between the two, I thought Jalen Walker was mightily impressive. And if you see some of the running backs that we're going to face, especially, Billy Edwards, we got coming up. We got Mike Wright coming up. We got Ravioli coming up. Those guys all like to get out of the pocket. They all like to run. They all like to scramble. Right. They're all, and I think Jalen Walker is going to be a big piece of controlling that. So again, I think I have not talked enough about him. So I wanted to give him time. In my opinion, Aiden was the defensive MVP. He's going to be the defensive MVP. He's just an impressive human, but Jalen Walker, I thought, complimented him very well.
Yeah. They're very impressive. Both of them. Very, very impressive. I said it again to you yesterday, dude, the JMU players are just really good players. Like, I don't care if they're coming from James Madison or not. They're really good players. Like, Mikhail Kamara, really good.
James Carpenter,
really good. Jalen, James Carpenter, D'Angelo Pons. Like, I mean, we could go all the way down the list, right? Just really, really good players. I don't know who to take next. I mean,
I think you got still one of your boys here. You called him out.
He got ejected.
No, that's not who I'm talking about.
Okay. Talking about Sanguinetti?
No, Jameer Johnson.
Who are we talking about? Okay, Jameer Johnson. Yeah. Yep.
Or Jabari Sharp. He came in and you didn't hear him at all, which is a great thing from a corner. You know, I thought all of our corners, Jameer Johnson, JoJo Johnson, D'Angelo Pons, they all, I thought, played a very strong game. Flores, you didn't even hear. Flores didn't come up a single bit in that game last night.
2 catches, yeah. Didn't stand out at all. I was going to give the defensive line a little bit of credit.
I was going the opposite way. I
thought we got a decent amount of pressure with.
But what didn't we do?
We didn't sack. We didn't finish the tackles a lot. But Garbers is, I mean, we don't.
So I'm not going to say it's stock down, but we had 2 sacks. We easily could have had 4 or 5 sacks. We're gonna have to get home on those. CJ West, Marcus Burris, Linnell Carr, Mikhail Kamara, even Isaiah Jones on a few plays, who I thought Isaiah Jones largely had a great game, but he had a few missed tackles in the middle. I just think they're getting the pressure, they're affecting the play, but you still have to finish the play. So I don't want to say stock down because we haven't had this much pressure maybe ever, Michael. I don't ever remember us living in a backfield the way we lived in the backfield against UCLA. So, I mean, it's definitely me nitpicking here, but I would just like to see the plays finished.
Let me do this then. And I know that some of these got flagged and had 2 people ejected for it, but let me go stock up with, and it kind of counteracts what we just talked about, but stock up with just how fast and how hard that defense hits. I mean, there were 3 or 4 plays off the top of my head that were non-targeting plays. Let me get that out of the way. That were just, we blew them up, dude. Like we went in there, immediately intimidated them right from the start. I mean, the very first play they fumbled the football and we're on it. After that, straight pressure all the way through. It's hard to pick another individual player. I thought everybody played really well. Again, some of the missed tackles, I think you kind of said the CJ West one, and I was like, well, I mean, he did have a sack. It just, they just happened to call some BS targeting.
The Linnell Carr.
Linnell Carr one was ridiculous too. All right. Do you want to do a stock down? I guess we could do a stock down on.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Refs in the Big Ten.
That's
in college in college football. Targeting, in my opinion, was created to prevent injuries and intent. That is not how it's being enforced. I guess it was intent for player safety, but player safety, intent, all of that is why it was created. It's not being implemented that way at all. The Aiden Fisher by far got hit the most deliberate to cause harm.
Yeah.
And it was
side
not
of the helmet
called.
With the crown of the helmet. Yeah. Ridiculous. And then
it's broken. It's broken, and it needs to be completely rewritten.
How many times did Ian Eagle's kid last night say?
Noah Eagle, yeah.
What did he say? He said, it's such a subjective call. Subjective calls, subjective calls, subjective call. It's like we can't have subjective calls. We can't have that. It's got to be by the book. The Linnell Carr sack. What else was he supposed to do? I mean,
you said it 1,400 times.
Yeah.
Last night, like if he doesn't look over, it's not a penalty.
Yeah.
How can a
Carter's
45-degree head turn cause a penalty? Because it was going to result in the same anyway, which it wasn't even dangerous.
Nope. But I don't know. I'm sure, I think everybody has thought about it and hammered it home enough. I don't usually react the way that I reacted yesterday. I had just had enough. I threw the phone across the basement, but it was like, it all happened within what? It felt like a series of like 4 plays in a row, and it was just beyond frustrating. But if that's it, right? On stocks and everything, we can keep on rolling here. Speaking of things that can be frustrating, real estate, purchasing, renting, or selling real estate can be very frustrating. But I got a guy that can help you out. His name's Garrett Lawton. He's with True Blood Real Estate. He's the agent you need for those kind of situations. He's not just a real estate agent. He's my friend and a Hoosier fan, just like you. Garrett knows Indiana inside and out, from Bloomington to Indianapolis and everywhere in between. Plus, his personalized service makes buying and selling process smooth and stress-free. There you go. So, if you're ready to make the move, give Garrett a call or text 317-410-8851. Tell him the boys from Hoosier Happy Hour sent you his way. Visit his website, Lawton, Lawton -realty.com for more information. Brandon, I wish we had a button. I got to get it set. I got to spend more time on the podcast. I have to spend more time spending, more time, right? I got to find time to spend time on the podcast to do different things. What I'm getting to is I want to have a button. It's just like a round of applause button. Because as we go to revisit predictions, Brandon now with a new record. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. Seth thought that UCLA IU was going to be close.
What an idiot.
20-23 he had. He's so dumb. It's just he had a bad weekend. And I think it might get worse. I don't know what the score of the Bears game is, but I'm assuming it's not going to go well.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. The Texans are really good.
Yeah. Brandon with the prediction of UCLA 13, IU 30. Nailed the 13. And me, UCLA 10, IU 27. Brandon, I think it's time for us to accept the fact that we have not only a good football team, but what appears to be a damn good quarterback and a pretty good offense.
What about us dialing in, though? I mean, you won the first week. I won the last 2 weeks. Pat ourselves on the back. We know this football team pretty well.
Yeah. Seth had too many wins last year.
Yeah.
And I think that's because he predicted so many losses, which, whatever he's going to do. All right. We have flown through this. I think everybody's seen the game, knows enough about the game, so we're not hiding anything from anybody. Be sure to check out Coach Signetti's press conference tomorrow, though. I think it's at noon. It's when they usually do it. They'll put it up on their Facebook, and it'll be on the official site as well. But it's going to be very entertaining. Brando, do you have any randos? Did you have any time for randos?
I didn't have any time for randos, but I'm going to kind of do a version of Seth Sack just because I thought some of the information I sent in the text or in the group chat was pretty interesting. Okay. Did you have a chance to see the offense versus defense team efficiency?
Is that what that chart was that you sent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
It's basically just IU and Ohio State in a league of their own. And then did you see the two worst teams by a significant margin?
Purdue and was it UCLA or Northwestern?
UCLA. Northwestern is especially bad on offense, not bad on defense. Mm-hmm. They actually grade as the fourth best defense. Minnesota is the number 1 defense. Ohio State number 2, IU number 3, Northwestern 4, Iowa 5. I don't think that's a surprise by any standards. No. The 3 worst offensive teams. UCLA is the worst offensive team. Purdue's the worst when you combined offense defense. They're the worst in the Big Ten. And then Wisconsin and Michigan. Michigan, the 4th worst offense so far in the Big Ten. Is any of that surprising?
The Wisconsin maybe, but now they're going to get worse without.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyler Van Dyke, in my opinion, not a very good quarterback anyway. But with Braden Locke now, it's not going to get any better in Wisconsin. Interested to see where is now ranked Illinois.
Kind of smack dab in the middle. Smack dab in the middle.
So frustrating. They shouldn't be 3. Well, sorry. I guess they should be because Kansas is poop. But
they're playing Nebraska. They're gonna get smacked in the mouth this Friday.
As they should.
They're gonna get smacked in the mouth. The one that I was surprised, again, guys, this is 3 games. We know it's small sample size. Rutgers as one of the best defense, mostly on offense. They have the 4th best offense in the Big Ten.
Is that with Wombat at quarterback?
Yeah.
Wow.
Surprising.
That is surprising. I have not watched a single second of Rutgers football. So you've mentioned Rutgers and you've mentioned Minnesota. I have not watched a second of either one of those 2 teams because they seem incredibly uninteresting. And we don't play them. So there's that.
Right. Another chart
ahead.
I want to go to is your favorite, Bill Connolly. Bill Connolly put his chart out.
He loves us now.
We have a 10% chance of going 6-6. We have a 9% chance of going 10-2.
Yep.
We have about an even shot to go 10-2 than we do 6-6. It's not hard to figure out that we're right now. Bill Connolly has us as 8-4. My kind of rando to you right now. Would 8-4 be disappointing?
Yes. Based on the way that Washington looked yesterday, I think they're a beatable team, and I think that that's the one that a lot of people are he's got to be hung up on based on the metrics because there's nobody else in it. He's probably got Nebraska, Michigan, Ohio State as the 3 that would, I don't know, whatever he uses, FPI or whatever it is that he uses. His formula has probably got them ahead of us. Sure. But Washington, I was not impressed by anything that they did. Maybe Washington State's very good, but not impressed by Washington. Disappointed? No, I don't think so. But I think based on what I've seen so far this year, I think right now I would be disappointed with 8-4. But let's see what happens. And we don't want to overlook Charlotte, so I don't want to say in 2 weeks, but let's see how it keeps going.
Let's talk about that because we received 13 votes in the AP. Do you think if we beat, not going to say when, if we beat Charlotte, are we ranked?
If we beat Charlotte by what's the spread? 28?
28.
If we cover the spread. I was going to say 30 or more against Charlotte. I think that's worth it. Because remember, in college football, they will take those
style points.
See all the Alabama non-conference games. They will take the style points and use that. I'll be interested to see tomorrow when the coaches poll comes out where we sit, because we did get 1 vote last week in the coaches poll. So I wonder what that looks like. I bet you we're pretty high up there.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's all
is
I
that
got.
it? That's it. I'm trying to think if I've got any other info. Not really. I know we're going to start doing some.
I guess I got another
interviews.
question. Now, again, because I didn't have the Steeler game ended about 7:30. Then I had to put my kid to sleep, so I got about 15 minutes of prep into this. Are we worried about Donovan McCulley? Health, incorporation. Is there any concern? I don't think we were concerned about his skill, but he played a few snaps.
Yeah, because I don't think yesterday was, unless we needed him, I don't think that was, I think that was kind of like hey, he's back. Now you guys have to game plan for this massive 6'5" guy. But yeah, he came in for 1 play, probably should have scored. He was held, so it didn't help. But I don't really have any concerns yet. Let's just say that, because having that injury so early on, can set him back a little bit. But I thought he looks pretty good. I think he's still behind Cooper, which is surprising. But
Yeah.
no, I think if there's any concern, I think it might be that incorporation part of it. But man, there's always going to be a need and some room for Donovan McCulley.
Yep. Agreed.
Cool.
Agreed. All right. Now that's all I have.
Okay. There we go. Well, I'm done, man. I'm tired.
We had a night last night. That was really fun. I think the kids had a blast. I think the wives had the blast. Briggs came over to watch football all day today. He had a blast last night.
Yeah.
That reminded me of why we do this show, why we're football fans, right? Why not just why we're friends, but like, man, it's been a chore the last few years. Last night was a ton of fun. Made this morning hurt a little bit.
It did a little bit. I didn't want to announce that to you because I told Chelsea I got Brandon, because Brandon is he's very famous, as well as his wife, for the random shots. But we did some shots last night, and that always gets me. It always gets your boy,
as it should.
But
I think the normal person probably gets got by shot.
Good. All right. I'm going to wrap it up, and then I'm going to go downstairs and probably fall asleep on the couch watching the Texans-Bears game. So be sure to check out the pod on Twitter and Instagram at Happy Hour IUFB. Be sure to download, rate, review, and follow on all of our platforms. If you're still listening, go do that. If you do it, screenshot it, tweet it to us. I'll send you, I still have some LEO t-shirts. I'll send you a whole mess of them. All the sizes I got. I'll send you a whole mess. Give them to your family. Wear them to bed. Do whatever you got to do. My kids wear one to bed every now and then. I'll send you one. Just do it. Be nice to us. 5-star. Be mean to us. It's fine. Be mean to Seth, actually. If you do that, then I'll send you a bunch of stuff. As long as we get 5 stars. Join us again on Thursday. We'll record Wednesday, but on Thursday for the next episode as we preview the matchup against the 49ers of Charlotte.
Awesome. Can't wait. Cheers, Michael. Cheers, listeners.
Waits.